Come now with me, rip it bong skang, rip it bong skang, jump.
I've got the power.
The son of the whip, I snap, attack, front to back, in this thing called rap. Nigga like a double rhyme double on a heavily level, bang the bass, turn up the double, blast the mind day and night all the time. 714, slide the line. Radiac, winning the game. I'm the lyrical Jesse James.
Rhythm is a dancer, it's a soul companion. People feel it everywhere. Lift your hands and voices, free your mind and join us. You can feel it in the air. Oh, it's a passion. Oh, you can feel it, yeah.
Let the rhythm drag you, guide you, speak inside you, set your mind to move to inspiration, bass vibration, sensation, hard. It's not in place, see, mind and body must be free to please take it all in, nothing to lose, everything to win. Let it control you, hold you, mold you, not the older, new. Touch it, taste it, free your soul and let it face up. You gotta be what you want. If the groove don't get you, the rhyme is gonna. I'm serious with answers when I say rhythm is a dancer. Let's go.
Rhythm is a dancer.
Come on.
It's a such a dancer.
Let's go.
People feel it everywhere. Y'all feel it out there. If the sun can force
Put 'em up.
you don't mind your doors.
Like that.
You can feel it in the air.
Get ready.
Oh, it's a passion.
Son.
Whoa, you give me the air.
I like that.
It's a passion.
I'm serious. I'm serious with answers when I say rhythm is a dancer. Let's go.
Rhythm is a
Come on.
dancer. It's a such a dancer.
Son.
People feel it everywhere. Yeah.
Come on. Put 'em up. Just like. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Can I get an encore? Do you want more? Cooking raw with the Brooklyn boss. So for one last time, I need y'all to go. What the hell are you waiting for? After me, there should be no more. So for one last time, let's make some noise. Who you know first in the room, where we at? The rest of y'all know where I'm lyrically at. Can't none of y'all smell me fat. He hear me rap, it's like Henry G rapping his rhyme. I'm young Angel, rap straight to dead.
Was ist los?
One, two, three, one, one, two, three, two, one, two, three, three, one, two, three. Can I get an encore? Do you want more?
You're in the wrong one.
With the Brooklyn balls, so for one last time, I need y'all to roar. What the hell are you waiting for? After me, there should be no more. So for one last time, nigga, make some noise.
Alter, was gibt's hier, Mann?
Who you know fresher than home, riddle me that. The rest of y'all know where I'm lyrically at. Can't none of y'all lift me back. Yeah, hand me rap, it's like Hand G rapping his prime. I'm young H.O., rap straight for dead. About to take over the clothes, now break bread. I'm in Born Jets, Global Express. Out the country, but the blueberry still connect. On the road with a yacht, got a triple deck. But when you're on, what the fuck you expect? Yeah, grand opening, grand closing. Goddamn, your manhole cracked and can't open again. Who you gon' find opening him with no pen, just draw inspiration? Soon you will
Jetzt
see
komm,
you can't replace
umdrehen.
him with cheap imitations for these generations. Encore.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Welcome to Upnorth City Girls. I am your host, Ms. TML. You are now tuned in. It is a beautiful Sunday morning. We are now into spring. We
How's
have
everything going?
our guest, Mr. Jesse Kolb, all the way from Germany. Can you hear us, Jesse?
Can you hear us? Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Welcome to the show, Jesse.
All right, cool. Let's go. Let's go.
There might be a delay. I said, welcome to the show. Can you hear me?
Give me a second. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna yeah. I go on the cell phone in a minute. All right. Give me a second. If it's can you hear me?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Give me
We
a
can
second.
warm up the show. That's fine.
I'm gonna send.
Okay. Hey, ladies.
Yeah, please do. I'll be in just a minute.
Okay. Hey, ladies.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. So, we've had so much going on in the last couple of days. It's been crazy. Jesse, can you hear me? We're waiting for Jesse to log in.
I can hear you.
You can hear me, but I don't know if there's
I can
a
hear
delay.
you. I'm about to.
And I can't see anyone else, so I'm not sure if there's a delay on their end either. Emily, it doesn't sound like there's a delay on your end.
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay. Dawn?
I hear you guys. I just didn't want y'all to pick up, because I had to run to the store.
Okay.
Can you see me move?
No, Jesse. It's like you're still right now.
Oh my God.
You might have to refresh it and go back in. It might have been because we were in the studio too long. So you may have to refresh and go back in.
Excuse me.
I got.
So yeah, so last week we had me and April, we did the podcast last week. We did a lot of trending topics. A lot of things were going on. So we were able to touch base on those. I thought I was going to definitely bring those back up this week. And we do have some other trending topics that are going on right now. So other than that, I'm just I'm excited. Summer's about to be here. It's spring. Jesse, I see you moving, but I don't hear anything.
Now?
Yeah. I can hear you.
Can you hear me now? All right, so
Yep.
everything good? All right.
Yep.
So you guys can hear me? Then let's
Yep.
go.
Let's go.
Anyway, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. I just want to say how much I admire you. And I was able to give you your flowers while we were, pre-gaming this morning. But I just wanted to be able to tell the world about you and just display your talent, because I think it's important for people to know that there's people like you that have been on big stages that are still out here grinding, still trying to find, you know, their voice in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? And to still have a solid ground and a solid platform. And I just appreciate everything, like in regards to like when I realized that you were a part of Snap and like just the whole, I remember my feeling of when I first heard those tracks and knowing that it was from overseas and knowing that rap, I think that was like one of my first times with realizing that rap had transferred overseas. You know what I mean? Like in the 90s, we didn't really know about that. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't as common. It was always, oh, it came from the Bronx, it came from New York, it came from, you know, it was never, you never heard of overseas artists rapping until those tracks came. So I think that's so influential in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? Like, how did it influence you?
Well, personally, like honestly, I was the group that I was a part of was actually, you can hear me clear, right?
Yeah.
You can hear me. So the group that I was a part of, you know, they actually moved Germany because when the wall fell, you know, that separated you know, parts of Germany, when it fell, you know, I got the power came out and it kind of empowered Germans. You know what I mean? And it was the biggest and is still the biggest 90s group out there. So to be able to be a part of something great like that, you know, to have the original singer hit you up and be like, yo, I need a rapper. All right. And then to perform it, to give it to the people exactly, to give them that feeling like they had in the 90s, it's not as easy as it looks. You can't just be, you gotta get into it, you know what I mean?
That's right.
And but I had a lot of training leading up to that, you know, because I've always wanted that. And then when it actually happened, it just influenced me to keep going and to honestly see things with different eyes as well. You know, I see the world different. I see people different. I can understand different languages, all because of this snap movement. You know what I mean? So, and I got to perform Rhythm as a Dancer a million times, and I love that song. You know what I mean?
I know.
So, that's
that will
crazy,
get the party started no matter where you are. I don't care.
I know
like,
that's right. I know that's right.
It's like, I'm like, dude, like when I realized, I was like, oh my God, like, do you know how in like inspirational this is that you get to perform that track and like just like embody that sound? Because again, that sound was different.
Embody. And that's the thing, to embody that is it gives me goosebumps. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm grateful that I got a chance to be a part of that, you know, and I got a chance to show Germany, you know, that I'm capable.
That's right. You are. And that's what, and it was so crazy because even when I heard the Jay-Z track, like, you know, not everybody knows like how important it is to cover a track, like, and make it better than the artist that performed it, who created it. And I say that, you know, from a management perspective, from a media perspective, if you're going to go out here and cover a track, you better make sure that it sounds phenomenal. It's breathtaking. And I think that you did that for me. Like every word, every breath, I felt Hove. I felt even better than Hove. You know what I mean? And this is where I was like, holy shit. Like this let me know that there's always there's a teacher, but there's always the students. And the students are gonna someday become better than the teachers. And I think that's what you show in your covers. You know, you embody that sound. You make it your own, but you also perfect it in your own mannerism. And I love that about you. Jesse. Can you hear me? Hello?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
You know, everybody, let that
Let that. I didn't. That's
be a
it.
lesson.
Cut off.
Some techniques, man. I storming, so my internet. Can,
No, it's like breaking up. Oh. Trying to see who's on Instagram while we wait for Jesse to try to get back in. Um, I'm gonna try to take him out and put him back in and see if that helps. I'm so excited about this interview with him because, like I said, he covers songs. I've heard artists cover songs and they're horrible. Um, and I think artists, they don't necessarily understand, what goes into making that song. They didn't do the research. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't necessarily appreciate it the same way as some of the artists that created them. And so when you find artists that do and that can create it and recreate it in a way that is unique to them and to their sound, um, and again, just embody every word, every emotion.
Right.
That's important, I think that's important for us to, understand what music is really about. You know what I mean? Like, and it's about expression. It's about making a person feel something. Um, and I think that Jesse does that, and he can be just as, big as the greats lyricists like Kendrick, like J. Cole. I hear a lot of, inspiration in his music that comes from a lot of different, you know, genres of music. And I'm like, huh, that's an artist.
Right.
That's what you look for. You look for someone who wants to create and be different. So I'm excited. Definitely excited about that. Uh yeah, other than that, I'm just trying to think of what other things we have going on. So our relationship question this week is um does your partner's body count matter? So we had some people that responded on Instagram. I'm gonna see what they had to say. This should be funny because my Instagram, they're always saying crazy stuff. um, does your partner's body count matter? So the the tequila podcast said hands up. Uh Ray Trilogy, we need to lock in and go live. Shout out to Ray Trilogy. Uh Buddha Man 617 said, then blood test results from the lab matter. Yes, they do, brother. Yes, they do. Depends. Who is this? BRV the K. Depends if we're passing time, then no. For a serious relationship, it does matter. Leela said, yes, it does matter. Ross said, no, it doesn't. We all got a past. Pre said, I'll decide by how she looks. Okay.
Right. Right. Go ahead and let them looks fool you.
Okay, brother. Okay. I'll decide for how she looks. Miss Do the Right Thing says, yes, it matters because everybody's soul ain't clean. That's right. I like that. Uh so we definitely had some good responses. Jesse just got back in. Can you hear us?
Hello? Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
hear you. I'm sorry, man. We just had a storm out here in Germany, literally. Yeah, I mean, so to keep this internet going, I apologize, everybody. World, I apologize.
You got that. You got that. I told them it may be some technical difficulties. You're all
You
the
good
way
now?
in Germany. Is it still breaking up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Germany, yeah. Germany.
It's breaking up, Jesse. I can't hear you. So they just had a storm out there in Germany, where Jesse's at. But I also wanted to play a new track. It's called Mr.Noname from him. And I think it's a dope track. I think that he definitely shows you his versatility. And that's something that I think is important for artists. I've always said, the reason why Jay-Z is successful, the reason why Puffy is successful, the reason why so many of these, I don't want to just call them rappers because they're not just rappers, they're entertainers. And I think that's what sets the bar for who's successful in this business is those who entertain, as well as rap as an artist. I think that you have to put on a show. You have to give that energy of theater, of theatrics, of movement. And you have to captivate people and keep people interested. And I think that's hard. That's not easy. Like he said, when it comes to having that sound and having that factor that's going to make people feel like they're back in the 90s, everybody's not rapping the same. Music is constantly evolving. And to be able to do that, you have to study, you have to practice. And I think that's what makes people great in this business is those who practice, those who rehearse. The biggest thing I think in this business is
I'm
practice.
back.
So, you're back?
I'm back.
Okay.
And this time, ladies and gentlemen, it won't look. I got the cell phone instead of the laptop. Listen, world, I apologize for the technical difficulties, but for everyone out there, if there's supposed to be something great going on or great happening, things are going to happen. Technical difficulties are going to happen. So I'm back. Let's make this happen. Let's give this channel the best interview ever. All right. My name is Jesse Kolb, and I'm glad to be here. It's a beautiful place to be.
That's right. I love it, Jesse. I was just telling the people, in regards to who you are and just trying to, give them kind of somewhat a background of what you've been doing over the last 15 years. So can you tell us a little bit, like, when did you first get into music?
When have I gotten into music, man? I got into music when I was like 8 years old, maybe even lesser than that. It's like I first heard Michael Jackson, saw what he was doing, and it was game over from there. You know what I mean? I swear. When I heard I'm Bad or Billie Jean and stuff like that, yeah. So Michael Jackson is definitely the one that influenced me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. That was definitely my influence. It's funny. Me and Ebony had birthday cakes. Michael Jackson was like the it guy for like 5 years in our life. Like we had to have a Michael Jackson cake.
Well, then get back to that.
Yeah, like he was such an inspiration, and you're right. it was definitely a time to be alive, you know. And it's crazy because nowadays kids don't really know about Michael Jackson unless their parents keep him alive and keep him relevant in their lives. A lot of these kids didn't get to experience that greatness.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad to see that it's people like us that keep him alive. Because I think he was a force to be reckoned with.
Definitely, yeah.
You know, he was a talent. And like I say to people, like I was just saying about being an artist, but also being an entertainer. And I think that that's the difference between what makes a great, you know, artist and a great successful artist is an entertainer. Artist that knows how to entertain, to be able to captivate, to be able to, you know, just sell yourself and open yourself up to the world, for them to be able to feel your emotions. That's not easy.
That's definitely not easy.
So tell me, how do you do that? How have you been able to do that?
Because I wanted it. I think it's because I didn't have the most easiest upbringing, and I'm talking to all the black men out there too. When you hear this, I didn't have the things that I saw everyone else have. You know, the lovely parents, the nicest things, and all that extra stuff. And so what I did is I embedded that energy of desire of, hey, if I'm going to do something to give myself purpose and reason, I'm going to have to go all in. You know, even when I don't feel like it, I need to go all in.
That's
and and I felt like if someone wasn't already going to be there to push me or to give on to me so I can have this a lot easier, I had to go out there and get it. And that's what gives me the energy and the drive. It's just, I want this. I want this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So your upbringing, so just reading about you.
Yeah.
So were you lived in America at some point?
Yeah.
You went to school here.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes.
And you were born in Germany.
I was born in Germany.
Now, are you a military child or?
See, and that is a difficult thing to say because normally I would say yes, but I feel like I should always be honest with myself. I can't say that because the sperm came from a military man, but I didn't have a chance to get to know this man until like 2 decades later. You know what I mean? So, no, I'm not a military man because my stepdad, he was in the military, but that was short-lived. You understand? That was short-lived. So everything I had either because I was German or because I was American, but not because I was a soldier, a soldier brat. You know what I mean? Nah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, because if that was the case, I would have been able to go to college without them saying, hey, yeah, you can come to college, but we don't know your dad, so you're not coming to college. If that's the case, you know what I mean? So, nah.
Right.
No.
So now do you feel a connection more to Germany or do you feel a connection more to the United States?
I feel a connection. I feel like God can put me on any place of this earth and I can deal with that. I think what I love about Germany is they make you a better person because any bullshit, pardon my French, any bullshit that you embody or embrace will be forced out of you. You know what I mean? To be a responsible individual because they have a lot to offer.
Right.
In America, I think because of my way and my chill way, like, yo, what up? You know what I mean? I come in peace. You know what I mean? Right. I feel like I will them in. I will them in. So it doesn't matter if I'm in Germany or in America. I'm connected to both, to be honest. You know what I mean?
I like that. I like that. My brother was overseas in Germany. He played football over there for some time.
Okay.
Definitely came back a different man.
Yeah.
He was over there for about 3 seasons, I believe. So that's like 3 years. Went back and forth, and it was a dope experience for him. And I think he, gained a different sense of life and of the world. And like you said, it made him a better person. It definitely did.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about where you're from? Because I know that I want you to pronounce it because I've been trying to pronounce it. Right?
All right. Well,
And
you
I'm
know
like,
what?
and I don't want to mess it up. So I'm
Listen,
like, let's pronounce it so that he doesn't like
I
cut
got
me
you.
like, no, T, you're done.
I got you. Nah, I got you. I was born in Mannheim, in Mannheim. That's where I was born, Mannheim, Germany, which also has some of the dopest artists. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's why I'm so good. Nah, but seriously. But so I moved to a city. It's called Bad Kreuznach, right? And the Americans always called it bad as in, bad. You know what I mean? So, but it's actually Bad Kreuznach, bad. But they call it bad. So what I decided to do is I just decided to call it good Kreuznach. So therefore, it's a lot easier. Say it with me. Good.
Good.
Kreuznach.
Kreuznach.
There it is. Good Kreuznach.
Good
Kreuznach. Yeah,
okay.
man.
Kreuznach.
Good
Okay.
Kreuznach.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
Like,
Good
and not changing
Kreuznach.
the narrative. You know what I mean? Because like you said, it's all about the energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so
Yeah.
if you have that bad energy on your city and you're saying bad and bad, like, no, it's not bad. Like, it's not bad in a sense of negative. You know what I mean? We have to change the narrative and make it good.
But the funniest thing about that, I'm glad you said that with the narrative, is something happened that I never in a million years would have thought. Is when I tell somebody that lives in Bad Kreuznach, I said, I stay in Good Kreuznach. And they say it and they put a smile on their face, right? But I see that? You see that smile? I said, because you don't have no bad memories of Good Kreuznach, because you can't be good, say that you're good and be bad. You know what I mean? So whenever they say Good Kreuznach, they have this smile on their face, this joy, and I like it.
And you love it.
Right. I love it.
That's
I love it.
That's right. I love it too.
Love it. Thank you.
Again, that's a leader. That's someone who changes the perception of people. And it's important because sometimes perception is our reality, you know? And I mean, we have to be stronger than that sometimes, mentally, because it's just life, it's about what you warrant into your life. And I tell people this about, when we glorify or people are online showing off and, showing their different, trinkets and different, blessings. It's like, do you not realize that you're warranting bad energy into your life by, like showing off and bragging and doing these different things? Like, it's definitely going to warrant some behaviors from people that you don't even know that is going to create envy and jealousy. And envy and jealousy to me is work of the devil. That's definitely like, anytime someone says they're envious or jealous, I'm like, stay away from me. Like that's not a good energy to have at all.
I know what you mean. What you mean.
And I've been saying this for years to people, like, how can you be envious and jealous of people? Like, we're all given the same, opportunities in life to live and to breathe and to motivate ourselves and to educate ourselves. And you can't be mad at somebody else's success or their blessings. Like, you don't know what it took for them to get that, So I try to be the energy changer as much as possible, Sometimes I'm taken out of that element, but I try.
Of course. You're doing a good job. I think you're doing a good job in the way you're thinking. Me personally, I feel that you have to also, try to embrace your own energy a little more and not try to always give it to people, because people, man, they have to work for that shit. You know what I mean? Like, people, they be coming and they want to feel happy. What do you want to feel happy about? But you're giving me crap. You're telling me how much you hate your job. You're telling me how you don't like your paycheck you getting, but you want my good energy. So I'm receiving nothing but crap in return. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And I stay away from people like that.
I love it. You have to. I tell people it's not always about, everyone else. Sometimes it's about protecting your own energy. You know what I mean? And sometimes people are draining and they don't even realize they're draining, So you have to learn to separate and guide yourself correctly, you know? So
yeah,
shout out to you for that, because again, everybody's not as conscious. Not, you know, some people are living this life and they're not even really living, you know, they're not
yeah.
even really awake every day. You know what I mean? So I'll just try to be present, you know, and experience life, because that's what life is about, experience, you know?
I mean, look at what you built up, you know, look what you
Right.
built up. You got your whole entire podcast, you know,
Right.
it belongs to you.
Right. And that's
You know,
what I said
son.
to people. I said, you know, a lot of people couldn't even fathom that, Jesse, honestly. Like, there's still some people that are like, what are you doing? Why are you doing what you're doing? And it's like, because I'm building something that is mine, that I created. Everything that you see, all the promotions, marketing, flyers, graphic, I do all that. I created everything. So now when it comes down to it, it's mine. I no longer have to work for somebody else. And that is the goal ultimately. You know what I mean? Is to be able to create our own and have our own ownership and what we love and what we're passionate about. And I think that's important for me, you know, is like building a platform that I know could push independent artists, and give them an opportunity to be displayed in a network of support. You know, so that's what Upnorth City Girlz is about. That's what TML is about. That's what the Media Loop is about. And that's what I try to promote, you know, through life, is that you have to have a strong support system. You have to have people that genuinely believe in you. You know, believing in someone goes a long way.
It goes a long way.
You know, so many artists told me, because of you, I didn't give up, you know, and you know how that takeaway itself, it's not always about the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if it was about the money, I could have been left this a long time ago. You know, like it was never about the money for me. It was about doing something that I was passionate about since a kid. You know, I did music for years, you know, and once I hit 30s, I said, is this something you really want to be doing? Do you want to be trying to compete with a Beyonce or Nicki Minaj or, you know, all these artists that were coming up during the same time that you were? Do you really want to be doing this, or do you feel like you'll get more out of giving back and giving and teaching people and, you know, just inspiring and motivating people to be better artists? I felt like that was where my place was supposed to be, you know, like that was at the end. I wanted to see myself do that, you know, so being able to manifest that is important. And I think that it's people like you, when you said to me, and you do all this for free and you don't charge artists, like, and I'm like, you know, and when you said that, it was like, it was so surreal, because I was like, a lot of artists will say to me, wow, like, oh, you're charging me for this? Or, and I'm like, dude, like, do you know how many artists that I've worked with that pick things up and put them down? Like that will say today, I want to do this, and tomorrow I don't want to do this. And I'm fully invested, you know, and it's hard.
And it'll pay off. It'll pay off. You just got to stay on it. It'll pay off. You just got to stay with it. You got to stay on it. It will pay off.
And it has been, you know, it's been a blessing. People like you know what I mean? It's like the opportunities that are falling in our laps now, and just where the show is about to go. I'm like, wow, like it's been I started this during COVID, actually, because at that point I had given up on management for artists. I had given up on all that, and I said, what can you do that you're going to be fully invested in yourself and you know you can carry out, that you can do for yourself, that you are going to feel the fruits of your labor ultimately, you know. And I said, let's do the podcast. You know, you've already been in media, you know what it's like, you know how to interview, you've been a host on radio shows, why not do this? And I said, and I want to give artists that platform again, that they're going to be showcased the right way, because sometimes you see interviews and they're just like, they're not there, you know, like it's like, what about this, or why didn't they ask those questions? You know, I want to ask the right questions and make sure that we highlight and spotlight the artists the way they're supposed to be, as a star, you know, because I believe you're a star. You know what I mean? Like I'm like starstruck. I'm like, oh my God, it's Jesse.
Nah, but seriously, man, like I said, it's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be asked, because like the one thing that you do that I'm very proud of that you do is that you compliment directly when you open. Like, hey, I wanted to say I Googled you, I checked you out, I studied you. I'm proud of you. You know, and not a lot of people do that. Like right now, I got this new song that's coming out. This new song that's coming out is going to be phenomenal. I know it. I know it because when I listen to it, every time I'm like, yo, this is really good, right? And I asked radio, can you play this for me? And they're always ignoring me, always putting me back in the box of a newcomer. They say, you're a newcomer. B.I., look at all I've done. You can't just say newcomer. Like, that's almost like a smack in the face. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? That's like asking, you know, I mean, I'm good with plenty and I'm good with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Believe me, I'm good with everything. But I'd be damned if you Google, because here's the thing, you got to understand. Let's say the song blows up and they want an interview. They're going to talk about the same stuff that you're talking about. Oh, you were with Snap, you did the Voice of Germany, you did all that. Yeah, but what was that energy when I asked you to just, you know, introduce it? I'll even put your logo in the video. You know what I mean? And I think the world has lost that. I think the world has lost that. Let me give you an example. And I know you're not asking a question, but I want to say this to anybody that's out there listening. It's very important that you hear this because I want to share this with someone that's willing to listen. I did the math, okay? I was like, if you want to record a song and you need a beat, you got to go to a producer, right? And if you're going to get it done right, that stuff can be between 1,000 to 3,500 to 4,000 euros. You understand what I'm saying, right? Right?
Yeah, right.
So you pay that, right? Now you know you don't got a fan base for that money. You know you don't got a fan base for that money, right? But then the same producer hits you up and says, yo, I got a beat. I want you on it. Yeah. Oh, okay. And you're not willing to pay? You know what I mean? And it's like artists nowadays have it so hard because the video guy wants money, the producer wants money, the beat maker wants money. So the artist is the last person that gets money, right? But then when the artist asks for something, they don't want to give the artist anything for free. They want to pay. That's highway robbery in some things. You know what I mean? Like the right way to ask somebody to be on the track, be like, yo, I know I made you pay for that track. How much do you charge to be on one of my tracks? You understand? That's the proper way of asking it. How much do you charge? How much do you charge? You know what I mean? So you want me to be out of pocket, then you want me to be out of pocket again doing something for you for free. You know what I mean? And I did the math and I started changing the narrative. What I'm doing now is I know my worth without arrogance. This is confidence. This ain't arrogance. This is confidence. Like, look at all I've done. I will not do your newcomer show. I refuse to. Because if I get put in that box again, that's the only thing the world will see. You understand?
That's right. That's right. And it's true. And it's not settling. You know what I mean? Like that's important, you know, like is that you stand your ground and you don't settle, because I think that's what makes great artists. You know what I mean? Like that's important. Who would you like to collaborate with? If you could collaborate with anybody, who would it be?
You know what?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive. I'm gonna go with dead. I'm gonna go with alive. I'm gonna go with 90s, and I'm gonna go with new. Okay. If I had a chance, of course, I would collaborate with Tupac and Biggie Smalls. All right, because that's because I feel like my style kind of, you know what I'm saying? I think I can get down with that, you know, the aggressive West Coast and the chill New York. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Then as far as Euro dance music, you know what? I wouldn't mind redoing the song What Is Love? You know what I mean? What is love? What is love? Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I can really see that. Yeah, I can really see that. And as far as on the American side, we're gonna say Tevin Campbell with I know that's right. I know that's right. Tevin Campbell.
We talk? Hey,
for a minute.
Hey.
Yes. And with of course with Jay-Z, I feel like I feel like Jay-Z should well, one day I think maybe Jay-Z will see me and say, hey, I seen the Voice of Germany thing too. You know, how about you do half of this version and I do half of that version and we come out together? You know what I mean? Or I come out and then you come out. I feel like that could be a good idea. And who else? I'm not going to use artists that everyone else is using because I feel like they're doing that for clickbait or for clout. You know, first person will always say Drake. Of course, you're going to want to do a song with Drake. You know what I mean?
I think you and Drake would be dope.
I think Drake and J. Cole.
Yes, definitely.
Drake and J. Cole.
Oh, that would be killer. That would be so killer.
That would be killer. Can you imagine that? Drake, J. Cole, and Jesse Cole, man.
Oh my
I think
God.
that would be. You know why? Because I can see it. That's because J. Cole is German. Cole, he is German.
Get out!
He's German, just like me.
Get out!
I swear to you, man. That mix, you got a Canadian, you got a German, and you got another German on the track. Come on, man. Come on.
That's killer.
Come on, man.
I gotta like pray for this manifestation here because.
All right, then let's pray. Let's pray. Let us pray.
Okay.
You pray. You okay? And I'll say amen.
Okay. Dear universe, we are putting it out there that JL will do a track with Drake and J. Cole in this lifetime. Will happen. Amen.
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 I'm telling you, if that was to happen, the world will stand still for a moment.
I would.
They would. They would. It would.
I mean, because honestly, Mr.Noname, that track that we're gonna play in a few minutes for you, I wanted to talk about the versatility in that. Like for somebody who knows music, which I believe I'm a connoisseur of music, and just styles. I think that what you did in that track is so versatile and so heartfelt because a lot of artists are not able to do that. Who are able to switch modes, who are able to, like, I felt Jay-Z, I felt J. Cole, I felt you gave me the South, you gave me everything in that one verse. And I was just like, what the hell? Like,
and I wish more Americans heard Mr.Noname because it was released in Germany. And Germans don't really understand English that much like they used to because there's not a lot of soldiers here no more, okay?
Right.
But I feel like if Americans started getting hooked on Mr.Noname, it would, because you're right, it is versatile. It is very versatile. Yeah. It's like, and I was shocked at how I did it. And you know who I have to give the thanks to?
Who?
My cat, Mr.Noname.
No way.
Yeah. Mr.Noname, come on here. Come here.
Oh my gosh. Look at you.
I used to wake up as Mr.Noname. He was asleep. Now I'm stacking money, dog, with no shame. No shame. You could say I'm gassed up, propane. Look.
I love it.
He going back to sleep.
I love it. Oh my goodness. I love it. See?
Hey, I want to spit a verse from my new song. No one's heard it yet, okay? I want to spit a verse from my new song. I want to share it with you because the sound of it is so different that when you hear it, it's like, okay, no one's ever did that type of sound, all right? And at first I wasn't sure if I was going to do it. I'm going to send it to you one day, okay? When it's released, okay?
Yeah, send it to me.
But
we'll put it on our Spotify playlist. So your music is going on our Spotify playlist as well. We're actually in the process of building our Spotify playlist.
Okay.
Because, I try to stay relevant in every platform possible. And I know how important playlists are. So, and we have other associates that have playlists that I shop, and send your stuff to as well. So building that playlist is always important to me. Keeping our artists,
Thank you.
there in the circle.
Thank you.
So let's go. I want to hear it.
But the reason I wanted to share it is because I could see Black people repeating this verse in the club over and over again. All right? Ready?
Yeah.
First and foremost, I changed the word nigga with digga because the Germans say Digger. It's like that's my homie. You know what I mean?
Digger, my digger.
So here it is.
I like that though.
Yeah, I like that too. Now watch this. This is funny. All right, you ready?
Uh-oh, Jesse, you just went out, baby. I don't know where you went.
Can you hear me?
You here? Yep.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Someone called in. All right.
I'm ready.
All right. Now okay. All right, here you go. Be the captain of your movement or don't move at all. Now you can stand still, digger, or you can move the ball. Love the energy, yeah. Love.
I love it. Love the energy. Let's go. Germany, stand up. Jesse Kolb is in the building.
Hold on.
Y'all already know.
Let me do it again. You ready?
All right. I know.
All right. Now you can stand still. Hold on. Be the captain of your movement or don't move at all. Now you can stand still, digger, or you can move the ball. Love the energy,
Woo.
yeah. Love the energy. You can't get rid of me. If you run towards me, then you are my enemy. Yeah. Enough of the violence. Moment of silence. Kick it till sundown. A vibe like Bone Thugs and Harmony, man. You finna get run down. Jesse Kolb, the star is out. Raptors, the claws out. I got the chips, bring the cards out. Yeah. The moment of silence is here. Yeah, the moment of silence is here. Yeah, no more talking, all action over here. Yeah, the moment of silence is here. Yeah, the moment of silence is here. Yeah, no more talking, all action over here. And we say, it's all cool over here, man. Let me remind you. But as soon as you say action, man, we're turning primal. We're Raptors over here, man. We make it final. We're Raptors over here, man. We make it final. And I just wanted to share that with you.
I love it.
Hey, thank you.
I love it.
I love it too, man. I'm going to definitely send you the song. The song is done. I'm going to definitely send you the song, man.
We definitely got to get you over here. I definitely want to see you live. I want to see you perform. If I make it to Germany first or whatever, I'm definitely hitting you up. I'm definitely going to be like, Jesse, where you at? I'm coming out there.
Hey, so I know we're at the end of our podcast. This is 52 minutes. I wanted to apologize to everyone out here, first and foremost, for the technical difficulties. But when something great happens or is about to happen, you're always going to have some difficulties because it takes bad for good to be tested, but it takes good for bad to become better. All right, just remember that. All right, I'm gonna say that one more time. It takes bad for good to be tested because you can't say you good and nothing tests you. That's and right. it takes good for bad to become better. You know what I mean? So so universe, God, amen. If you hear this woman, I pray her podcast goes viral. I really do, because this woman has the energy. She has the energy that artists need, that we lack, especially as Black people. We don't have our fathers there. We don't have these. You're doing a great job. You know, you're an A student. I'm so proud of you. We don't have that. So to have someone like that from City Girlz and TML, you know what I'm saying? I pray that her podcast makes it viral, but I also pray that Drake and J. Cole and Jesse Kolb does happen. In the name of Jesus, amen. Amen.
Do you know what's so crazy is with Drake? I told people when I first heard Drake, he was going to be it. I was like, he got it. And it's just the delivery. It's just the way he says words, how they transpire to you, how they resonate with you. And I think that takes talent, and you have that. You know what I mean? That J. Cole energy. I didn't really follow J. Cole for a long time. He didn't captivate me as much at first. And then finally I started really listening, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. He's deeper than you know, and just hearing you now, and it's like the inspiration and just knowing like there's so much talent out here that, again, you have to be an entertainer. You have to be an artist. You have to be able to embody music in order to be the greatest, I think. And you've been able to do that. And shout out to you kudos to you.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you, like, what is a message that you want to tell your fans?
First and foremost, I want you guys to become my fans. I want you guys to also become my family. And the message that I want to share to you is very simple. Keep believing in yourself, because no one can tell you to stop, because it is not my job, her job, or nobody's job to tell you to stop. If you are Black, Chinese, white, I don't care what race you are. Whatever it is your heart tells you to do, go for it. You're going to have stumbling blocks, but once you overcome them, everything will be good, and you'll be grateful that you went through it. I mean?
All right. So tell me, what is your favorite song to perform?
It's definitely going to be Moment of Silence, the new one, but I can't say that just yet because it's not out yet. But we have the song Something. I have a song called Something.
Okay.
And Mr.Noname.
Mr.Noname.
Yeah. So if you go to YouTube, just type in, it's funny because you're never going to forget it. It's J space KOLB. So it's like J. Cole, but it's J. Kolb. Yep. You know what I mean? Yeah, J. Kolb. So just go to my YouTube and check out the song Something. That song I did when I was sick. I did the video when I was sick, but it came out so perfect. I was very proud of that song. So, so Mr.Noname and Something. Every time that song Something comes on, it just makes me just does something. Just does something, man. It's perfect perfect. Something. It's called Something. Something by Jesse Kolb. Type that into YouTube, you'll find it.
And as you guys can see at the bottom of the screen, is scrolling. You can find Kolb Jesse on all platforms. I believe that's your Instagram. But you're, on Instagram, you're on every social media platform. And we have attached all his handles to this interview. So if you're looking for Jesse, if you're trying to book him, if you're trying to do, some work and, you need a feature, hit Jesse up. He gonna drop that 16 for you and give you a dope verse.
I promise you.
The energy is real. The energy is real.
The energy is definitely real. So thank you. Thank you for the shout out.
No problem. Your family, like you said, it's definitely, what I do with artists is try to create that family environment and just know that they have a support system. Is my network is your network now. So anything you see going on or anything you want to be a part of or any way that you want to be, involved in whatever TML has going on, I'm here for you. That's what I try to open up the opportunities and just show artists, it's not always like I try to give artists as much opportunity as possible, because you just never know what door is going to open for you from that opportunity, and
this is what I do for you then. The song, everything happened for a reason, man. We're about to shoot the video to the song Moment of Silence, MOS, right? What I'm gonna do is, because you do got a platform, okay? Yeah. I'll put your logo and your information in the music video. You know what I mean? And you get to share the release. So when the song comes out, you get to share the release. So in return for sharing the release, I'll put your logo. So it'll be promotion constantly. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because people see the video, they're gonna see City Girlz, TML.
I got you. We in there. We in there.
Give me a hand, girl.
We gonna push it. You see it?
Yeah, man. Handshake. You see that?
Yeah, you're such a vibe. I love it. And I, am looking forward to everything that you have upcoming. Is there anything else? Any last comments or anything you want to say to the people before we end?
Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time out to getting to know who I am. And thank you for just being there. I appreciate you, okay? Thank you.
I appreciate you too. Thank you for coming, showing up on time. We had to get this card thing together because, I was like, well, damn, he's all the way over there. What's the time going to be?
Yeah, man. I didn't forget that not one bit. It's just, I'm sorry about the technical difficulty. The storm stopped now, but it doesn't matter. We still had great conversation.
We got it done.
We got it done.
We're professionals in this.
And tell your sisters, tell your sisters and your brothers hi, man. Or is it just girls? No, I see it's just girls. Tell your sisters hi, man. Tell your sisters, listen to the song Something, because the hook is for men. It's for men, and it's definitely mostly for women. Just wait until you hear that song Something, man. All right? Just check out the song Something. All right? And then you have to write me on Messenger what you think about the song Something, all right? Because you're definitely gonna feel it. All right. Cool.
I'm going to listen to it right now.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I wish everybody a good evening. No, morning. It's evening here. I wish you guys a good morning. Enjoy the day. Do what you got to do. Let's make history, man. Peace.
Love it. Thank you, Jesse.
Thank you. I wish you a good one, okay?
You too. Happy Sunday. You guys, that was Jesse Kolb. Truth, honesty, just the light of energy, and I love it. Again, I fall in love with my artists. I really believe in them. I really believe in what I'm doing to support them, and should just build a platform and a force to be reckoned with. Shout out to my Upnorth City girls that tuned in today. I know we had some technical difficulties, but we were here. We showed out and showed up. So I'm excited about that. And I look forward to what's next. Next week, we have Roy. He is coming from Providence, Rhode Island. Stand up in the building. Y'all already know what time it is. Be outside with it. We have April 13th, Votto in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, Passions Lounge. If you need tickets, hit me up. If you're looking to perform, hit me up. If you're celebrating a birthday, hit me up. We gonna show out that whole night. Okay? Y'all ready? Gonna be some dope talent in the building already. I believe there's already over 5 acts already. So I'm just looking forward to the night, because it's definitely gonna be a show, definitely gonna be a movie. And you guys stay tuned, because we are definitely gonna be doing some other things going on real soon. Okay? I gotta say bye to Instagram. Shout out to everybody that was on Instagram. I gotta send this before they block me. Okay? Hold on. Thank you guys for tuning in. Everybody that tuned in on Facebook. Everybody that tuned in on Twitch. It was a dope interview, dope energy, and I'm looking forward to next week. Have a good Sunday, everybody.
Come now with me, rip it bong skang, rip it bong skang, jump.
Attack, front to back, in this thing called rap. Nigga like a double rhyme double on a heavenly level. Bang the bass, turn up the double. Blast for my day and night all the time. 714, slide the line. Maniac, radiac, winning the game. I'm the lyrical Jesse James.
It's a soul companion. People feel it everywhere. Lift your hands and voices, free your mind and join us. You can feel it in the air. Oh, it's a passion. Oh, you can feel it, yeah.
Let the rhythm ride you, guide you, speak inside you, set your mind to move to its pulsation, bass vibe. vibrations and sensation. Hard, it's not in place. See, mind and body must be free to please take it all in. Nothing to lose, everything to win. Let it control you, hold you, mold you, not the older. New, touch it, taste it, free your soul and let it face up. You gotta be what you want. If the groove don't get you, grime is gonna. I'm serious with answers when I say rhythm is a dancer. Let's go.
Rhythm is a dancer.
Come on.
It's a such a dancer.
Let's go.
People feel it everywhere. Y'all feel it out there. If the sun can push
Put 'em up.
you don't mind your doors.
Like that.
You can feel it in the air.
Get ready.
Oh, it's a passion.
Son.
Whoa, you give me the air.
I'm serious with answers when I say rhythm is a dancer. Let's go.
Rhythm is a dancer. It's a such a dancer.
Son.
People feel it everywhere. Yeah.
Come on.
Let the sun can push
Put 'em up.
you don't mind your doors.
Come on. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Can I get an encore? Do you want more? Cooking raw with the Brooklyn boss. So for one last time, I need y'all to go. What the hell are you waiting for? After me, there should be no more. So for one last time, it's a make some noise. Who you know first in the room, where we at? The rest of y'all know where I'm lyrically at. Can't none of y'all smell me back. You hear me rapping like G rapping is prime. I'm young H.O. rap straight to dead.
It's Lord.
One, two, three, one, one, two, three, two, one, two, three, three, one, two, three. Can I get an encore? Do you want more? Cooking raw with the Brooklyn boss. So for one last time, I need y'all to roar. What the hell are you waiting for? After me, there should be no more. So for one last time, nigga, make some noise.
Alter, was geht?
Who you know fresher than home, riddle me that. The rest of y'all know where I'm lyrically at. Can't none of y'all let me back. Yeah, hear me rap, it's like G rapping his prime. I'm young H.O. rap straight for dead. About to take over the clothes, now break bread. I'm in Born Jets, Global Express. Out the country, but the blueberries still connect. On the low with a yacht, got a triple deck. But when young, what the fuck you expect? Yeah, grand opening, grand closing. Goddamn, your man won't crack the can open again. Who you gon' find open in him with no pen, just draw inspiration. Soon you will
Jetzt
see you
komm,
can't replace
Mumble.
him with cheap imitations for these generations. Encore.
Rhythm is a dancer, it's a soul.
And I said, good KRUEZNACH, definitely. Look, I used to wake up as Mr.Noname, no name. Now I'm stacking money, dog, with no shame, no shame. You could say I'm gassed up, propane, propane. You could say I'm gassed up, propane, propane.
We gon' fly like who?
Thunderbirds, thunderbirds.
We gon' fly like what?
Thunderbirds, thunderbirds.
We gon' fly like who?
Thunderbirds, thunderbirds.
We gon' fly like what?
Thunderbirds, Thunderbirds, yeah. We're going all the way, not on your hardest day. This is the art of war. You see this artistry? You see my team on front. You see my team in back. You see my team on white. You see my team on black. We back, and we ain't going nowhere. Boss shit, CEO chair, homie, oh yeah. And you could say I'm 90s, but 90 sales are unfair. And this is my real voice, no auto-tune or layers. Damn. They got me talking that shit now. I'm ready for that kick now. Everybody huttin', just get down. They know name when they say dog, it rings bells. If they press, then press back. Let's first pray and then give hell. If they
You gotta understand that this is about marketing. Like, this whole thing is about marketing. It's about your image. It's about your story. You gotta be appealing to people. A lot of artists just have MySpace and just have, you know, a couple songs and don't have a website, don't have marketing.